what is up? Hopefully, I am hearable. Looks good. And seeable. And let me just get the chat room up. I really need two monitors here. But, yeah. And I don't know if I need to... I don't really have time to scroll up in the chat too much. So if somebody asked a question or something, just please ask it again. I guess. Yeah. All right. So, what do we got going on tonight? So, I guess I don't know if anybody cares. I can tell you the backstory here or whatever. But for those of you rather who don't follow the show on social media, which speaking of which, I haven't said anything about this for a month. But I finally got my proper Twitter handle back last night. I did something very stupid a month ago and changed my Twitter handle as a joke. And some a-hole immediately scooped up my Twitter handle just to be an a-hole. And it was on lockdown for a month. And I had to have this dopey other Twitter handle. Which you might think, so what? What are you, a 17-year-old girl? It's just Twitter. But, the thing is, like I have, do I have any of the new ones here? Like I have things like my postcards, like it's got my Twitter handle on it. Like all of my videos have my Twitter handle in them. Like it's kind of a big deal. And I even tried to go through Twitter's whole trademark thing to say that like, hey, this is my business. And they just told me to go pound sand. So anyway, I got my Twitter handle back yesterday, which I, am very happy about because I was really stressed out about that. But anyway, yeah, exactly. That's my brand, and it is important. And but anyway, all that was just to say that for those of you who don't follow the show on Twitter or Instagram, you may not know that on Sunday, right after the most boring Super Bowl in the history of the NFL, I immediately hopped in my car and made about a 30-minute trip and picked up a new computer, which I guess I can show you with the webcam here. It's probably not going to come out very well, but over there on that table is, let me get away from that light. Maybe it'll help. Doesn't matter. Is a Tandy 1000 SX. And I've been wanting a Tandy 1000 forever. So I was really excited. Does it need to go this way, right there? All right, sorry. Anyway, yeah. So I got that Tandy 1000. So I was pretty excited about it, but it didn't come with any discs, and so I had to make some. So I found a website that hosts disc images for every model of Tandy 1000, like the original discs that came with it, which is really awesome. But I wasn't really sure like how I was going to make actual physical discs out of the disc images. And the only other computer that I have that has a 5.25-inch drive in it is my DOS gaming computer. So I had to get this all set up so that I could make disc images for the Tandy 1000. And I figured as long as I have it out and I have it set up, I should try plugging it in to the capture computer, because the entire reason that I have that capture card, which is in itself the entire reason that I built that computer, was really so that I could capture DOS footage, because I already have capture devices for capturing other consoles. So I figured it was time to finally test it out. And sort of ultimately, all I can say is that it mostly works. I think if I'm playing just a single game, it'd probably be okay. I need to learn how to use that capture card better. But it seems like it works well enough that that we could go ahead and do a live stream using actual hardware rather than just using DOSBox. So that's what we're going to do. And outside of that, really, I don't really have much of a plan for tonight. And yeah, I'm just going to turn on the computer, and we're just going to... The only game I wanted to play was Stunts, for sure. I wanted to check out Stunts. And I don't know if you guys want to see some other stuff, maybe non-gaming stuff on the computer, like audio-visual stuff or whatever, we can check that out. Rory says, I totally suggest you play a Genesis game today, not realizing you're doing another DOS game feed. Well, it was just a last-minute thing, really, doing the DOS thing. Like I said, because I already had it set up. When I tweeted out last night that I didn't know what to stream tonight, I wasn't kidding. I really didn't know what to stream tonight. So, but yeah, so we're going to stream some DOS. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over the view here, and then I'm going to fire up the computer. So one other thing that I guess I'll say is there's probably going to be a lot more background noise than usual. I mean, this is really not... I'm kind of falling out of love with this microphone anyway. But between that computer, this computer, and the furnace, there might be some background noise, and I don't really know what to tell you. The other thing is that the volume level is really going to vary based on what particular game we're playing. So I'm going to do my best to change it on the fly, but just please tell me if we're doing something and the audio is way too low or way too high. Just say something. So we're going to go ahead and switch the stream, or the view rather, over. And I am going to, well, make sure I get the, hey, dum-dum. What's going on with this thing? There we go. All right. So now we're ready. So we're going to fire up the computer. And here we go. It's going to take it a minute to sync. There we go. So I guess just first of all, people are probably going to be interested in exactly what computer we're rocking over here. This is a computer I built, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years ago. This is probably the third, or this is the fourth. This is the fourth DOS computer that I've had. You know, the first one was the Epson we talked about, and later I had a 386 DX40 that was built out of some parts from the Epson, believe it or not. And then when I was in community college, I built a new DOS gaming machine. That one was a 486 DX4 100. And I still have that chip, actually, sitting on a shelf. But I got one last opportunity to upgrade, I don't know, probably in the late last decade. You know, I don't know, 2008 or 2009. And so what we have now here, for anybody that maybe didn't see it fly by there, this is a Pentium 90. So it's a Pentium 1, 90 megahertz. And it's got 640 megs of RAM. 64 megs of RAM, sorry. 64 megs of RAM, somewhere around a 1 gigabyte hard drive. It's running DOS 6.22. It's got a Diamond Stealth 64 graphics card in it, which I don't even know if that's good, to be honest. And most importantly, it has a Gravis Ultrasound sound card, which I'm not going to really talk about too much, because the Ultrasound is going to get its own episode of Flashback, because that's actually probably one of my most prized possessions. I have two Ultrasounds, but one of them is complete in the box, and the other one obviously is in the computer. So yeah, let's scan some Playboys. You know, it's funny, Mike. If I so I got that scanner out that I showed on the Flashback episode, and I was trying to figure out how to plug it in. I'm like, what kind of is this? Like, I thought it was like an 8-pin serial connection or something, like a DIN. And I had to do some research online, and there's very little information about that scanner, but I was able to discover that it came with its own interface card, and so we don't get to do that. So anyway, what else we got? I got for anybody that cares, I have an IBM Model M keyboard connected to the system that I got again when I was in college. You know, back then people were just throwing this stuff away. And so, I mean, I didn't pay anything for this keyboard. And then I have for a joystick, I have a Gravis PC gamepad. And this is actually my original Gravis PC gamepad that I have owned since high school. And I like it a lot. I have two of these, actually. This is my original one, and I can tell the difference because this one's all yellow. Because I used to leave it sitting on my desk, you know, of course. and my desk was right underneath my bedroom window, and it was a south facing window, so it would sit in the sun. Like back then, I didn't know that was a thing. So like my original PlayStation is also completely yellow because it was also sitting on my desk. So anyway, I don't know. I don't really know what to do first. I saw that Tahid requested some demos, and that would be really cool. Actually, I definitely wouldn't mind doing that. Maybe that's a good way to lead things off. Where did the pointer go? There it is. Okay. So let's see what we can. So it's got an ultrasound in it now, and it's got SBOS running, which is its Sound Blaster emulation utility. So we're gonna have to shut that off if we want to check out some demos, and then I have to figure out where I put them. It might be in audio. I've got a CD actually in the CD drive right now. Yeah, they're not in there. CD ultrasound. Oh yeah, there you go. CD demos. Ooh, what's that one? All right, I don't know. I don't remember this one, but oh, I think I do. But let's see what it is. All right, that's the end. All right, so that one was pretty cool, eh? Yeah. So I saw someone said I wasn't impressed with it. Like, no, I was just trying to just watch it along with you guys there. So, I mean, I don't know. Do we really need to watch another demo? I don't know. Oh, well, what I was going to say is just that I have this CD in the CD drive called I don't know if you can see that, the Ultrasound Experience, and it says a demonstration of advanced Gravis wavetable synthesis sound cards. So that's pretty cool. I can't remember where I got this. Somebody sent it to me. I actually I own the website gravisultrasound.com. Like, how cool is that? And I think somebody sent this to me because of that. Because I just have it's just like a repository of files and utilities and whatnot. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, so for as much as I've been playing with this setup so far, sometimes the graphics kind of get glitchy on the capture card, and the solution to that is just to restart the computer, like just hit the reset button. So it's not really a big deal. So if I see it getting all weird on us all of a sudden, that's all I really have to do. So maybe now we should play a game, I think, because that's why we're all here anyway, right? So we're going to go to the games directory. And it's funny, I saw somebody up above, I forgot who, say something about they're waiting to see boobs.gif or something. And I think I've definitely got a few adult images on this computer. Nothing very raunchy, but maybe some boobs or something. Or maybe a couple of Playboy centerfolds, I don't know. But yeah, anyway. So, because I was thinking it'd be cool to check that out. I have like a, what is it? I think it's in graphics. Oh yeah, like see if you go into C show, or JPEGs, I guess, there's like some, there's pictures in there, and some of it's just like, pictures of cars, or, like I was talking about in the last flashback, when you'd get these pictures that were like, they seemed so photorealistic at the time on a VGA monitor. Like, I have a bunch of those, but, there's at least a couple of, topless chicks in there. Anyway, whatever. Like I said, we're going to stay out of there, just because I don't want to accidentally show anything, that's rated NC-17 on the stream here. So, all right. So now we're in the games directory, and we can see what we have. Some of these I don't even remember what they are. Like AE, I'm not sure what that is. I was playing some Epic Pinball, and that was kind of causing some glitchy problems. So I don't really know if we want to screw around with that or not. Just as a point of interest, I actually. Just to show you how far back emulators go, that is a Nintendo Nintendo Entertainment System emulator, but I don't really remember how well it even works. So yeah, I see Fire Rescue's asking for Doom. We can definitely play some Doom. I'm just kind of curious about. This might just crash or something. I'm just kind of curious what this is going to do. Oh, I got to use the mouse here. So if we go up to File, Load ROM. So the only ROM I have on here, apparently, is Tecmo Super Bowl. And look, there it is. Do I even have the... I don't even know what the... Is there no sound? Well, you can see that it's all error-y anyway. But that's Nintendo emulation on a DOS computer. I think that's kind of cool anyway. Yeah, the bloody hand cursor. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. Let's see what AE was. I don't even remember. I don't think it was Age of Empires, but Blake Stone. Oh, it's Aliens of Gold. Well, why is it AE? AE? I don't really get it. But what is that? CB Stone. Oh, you know why there's no sound? Gosh darn it! Because I didn't have SBOS running anymore. SBOS installed. There we go. Now there would be sound. We don't need to go back and look at it again. I mean, who really cares? But yeah, Blake Stone's kind of a cool game. It's the same engine as Wolfenstein 3D. So that's pretty cool. Let me move the chat box here a little bit so I can see you guys better. All right, that'll be better. Yeah, well, it's not really necessarily a knockoff because, like I said, it uses the same engine. So I mean, it's it's just another early pseudo three-dimensional first-person shooter. I actually have a complete in the box copy of Blake Stone. Not down here though. But so anyway, let's go back out of there. BIR/W. Oh man, there's the Red Baron. I was talking about that. I don't know if that'll even run, but I don't think that's not really that interesting to look at. What's Rock Ness? Is that another Nintendo emulator? Oh yeah, it is. Oh, you have to say what game you want to play. That's already too complicated. Did I ever play Full Throttle? No, I actually have not played Full Throttle, which is weird because Monkey Island 2 and Day of the Tentacle are two of my favorite games, but I haven't played Sam & Max Hit the Road or Full Throttle, probably because I bet back in the day my friends had those games on CD-ROM. Like I was limited to playing games that were on floppy back then. So yeah. Anyway, let's figure out what we're gonna play here. We could play Doom like Fire Rescue asked for. Oh, that'd be kind of fun actually. Let's play some Doom. We're gonna play the original Doom. Doom. Hopefully the graphics will look okay. Wow, look at that. Doom on original hardware. Wow. Oh, yeah, there we go. That looks a little bit dark. Is it going to let me fix it, though? Can you fix that in... I don't remember. Was there a... No. Alright, hold on. Let me see if I can... Let me see if I can lighten it up a little bit. I don't know if it's going to let me do it. Oh, yeah, I think it will. I'll go back down like that. That's better. Okay. And then, forgot, can I use, I forgot if I can use the gamepad with this or not, although I don't know why I would really want to. See what happens if I try. Nah, it doesn't work. What buttons do what? That still looks too dark. Oh, there we go. All right. Sorry, that's still too dark. Let me, only takes a second. That's much better. All right. Well, that's too light, actually. Sorry, am I being annoying yet? It seems to really depend on a game-by-game basis on this capture card. See, look how much dark... I only moved it over a few ticks. All right, that looks about right. Okay. All right. Oops. Okay. Which is strafe. Okay, that's strafe. All right, we got this covered. Forgot, can you play this with the mouse? Yeah, that would have been better. Turn it up a little bit. I just don't have enough desk space. I have like two keyboards in front of me and the microphone, so like I don't really have room to have the mouse down here, unfortunately. So man, I mean, we can talk about Doom here a little bit. So I don't want to talk too much about Wolfenstein just because I'm going to talk about that on the next episode of Flashback. But Doom, I want to say this, when did this come out? 94? Like, late in my late junior year or maybe like senior year of high school this came out. And I remember this being the first game that my computer had a hard time running. Because by that time, really, was it 93? Wow, all right. Well, if you guys say so, we'll go with 93 then. So I would have been, yeah, well, I would have been a junior in high school. And, you know, anyway, Wolfenstein 3D was one of my favorite games, you know, back then. And so when this came out, you know, obviously I wanted to play it. And I remember having to, like, shrink the screen down to, like, some ridiculous level. Like, you can, here, like, where is it? Screen size here. Like, you can go like that to make the screen size smaller. And if you have a slower processor, that's what you have to do. And so that's what I had to do, just to play the game at all. But, you know, among sort of the group of kids that I hung out with at in high school were these two twin brothers whose parents were pretty rich, at least for, you know, rich by the standards of where I lived. And so, you know, they had like everything. Like they even had a Neo Geo AES. And so, like, you know, they had a Pentium computer, like, as soon as it came out. Like, that was the first place that I ever saw a Pentium was at their house. And I can't remember if they had... Weren't the first two Pentiums that came out, it was a P60 and a P90? I don't know. That's kind of my recollection. But I think they had a P90 or whatever. Whatever the faster of the two was, that's what they had. And I remember being pretty jealous about that because, I mean, a Pentium CPU back then was pretty expensive. Oh, that guy's... There we go. It was pretty expensive, but, you know, so I would go over to their house and get to play Doom full screen, and then I would go back to my house and, you know, have to play it in a little window. But, you know, at least I got to play Doom, you know, so, like, I wasn't complaining too much. But, like I said, it was just the first instance of having a game that I couldn't really run because, you know, really for a long time, until 3D games really started becoming a thing, you didn't really have to have that great of a computer to play games. Like, if you had a 386 computer between, like, the late 80s and the early 90s, like, you could pretty much play anything you wanted. And this was one of the first games that I remember coming out where that really wasn't the case anymore. And that was it. No, it was 60 and 75. That was it. And, yeah, they had, I can't, oh, yeah. And they had P75s. So... you know, and then the 3D cards came out, and then you had games like Quake, where you know, then all of a sudden you really had to be willing to spend some money if you wanted to play games like that when they came out. So we're not going to spend too much time playing Doom, just because I know everybody has seen Doom, and I saw that somebody asked that we play some rarer games, and I don't know what. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but you know, if people just say specific games that they want to check out. Anything I have, we can go ahead and load up. I gotta say, this looks pretty nice in the capture window. This isn't the first time, really, like I said, using my capture card to play my DOS computer. So far, I'm very happy with the results. Like as I think I've said multiple times, this capture card wasn't cheap, and so I'm glad to see that. Ostensibly, at least, it was worth the money. X over here. Oh, here we go. Some stuff. Wouldn't mind some more shotgun ammo, though. Alright, now we can go through this red door. Oh, man. I love shooting those barrels and watching those guys just blow up. Dang it. I only have 7 shotgun shells. left. That sucks. I hope the keyboard sound is not too annoying. There's really nothing I can do about it. If I had thought about it, maybe a quieter keyboard would have been better for tonight. Whoops. Can't afford to waste ammo like that. But yeah, so we used to go over to those twins, the house that those rich twins lived in. Like they would throw like parties at their house all the time, and I had a pretty decent sized group of friends actually in high school because back then of course gaming was like not mainstream, and so most of the so-called gamer nerds would hang out together. Like we ate lunch together every day at the same table in the cafeteria and just talked about games and and whatever, and we would get together outside of school. But these rich kids, their parents were pretty cool, and they would let us come over and like have pool parties, and then we could all just spend the night. So we used to stay up real late, playing things like Doom. So that was pretty cool. And so I haven't been doing a good job of keeping an eye on the chat. So I don't. I'm gonna scroll up here a little bit. Oh wow, Shane from the UK is here, and it's 2 a.m. there. Wow, that's pretty terrible. But thanks for toughing it out, man. Yeah. So somebody who says that, where did it go? Tahid said, anybody blasting some Slayer? Yeah, some of my friends, I was never into Slayer. They were a little bit too much for me personally, but some of my friends in high school were definitely into Slayer, and you would do things like play this game while listening to Slayer. So yeah. So I don't know. That was 2 levels of Doom. I don't know. You guys want to move on to something else? I don't want this to turn into a Doom live stream. So I could swear I used to play this game with the joystick. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Anyway. Oops. Toxin Refinery. Yeah, let's play something else. All right. Yeah. So I kind of don't want to play any Sierra Adventure games tonight, just because I would rather just pick one Sierra Adventure game and just play it for the whole stream. And then I'd like to have Aaron from Friday Night Arcade come back on if we're going to do that. So Doom worked with the joystick, but you had to calibrate it before the game loaded up. Well, how did you... Was there a separate... Oh, maybe I had to go into the setup or something. Well, it doesn't matter. Somebody asked if I have any of the Star Wars games. I have X-Wing, which is one of my all-time favorite games, actually. So, see what we got here. So, AE we looked at. Another W is the original version of Another World. You say I have Arkanoid and Arkanoid 2. Arkanoid 2 is the one that I talked about in the last episode of Flashback. Atlantis is the Indiana Jones LucasArts game. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Blackthorn. Blackthorn's a cool game, but you don't really have to play that one on the PC. I mean, do you have Epic Pinball? Yeah, I definitely have Epic Pinball. In fact, let's see here. I don't know if this will... Epic Pinball had native Gravis ultrasound support, but I don't know if I had to launch it a different way. I don't think so. Let me just... Oh yeah, here we go. So if we say we haven't... Oh yeah, never mind. it already has that set up. Pinball. All right. Yeah, we'll just play a little. We'll play like one game of this, and then we can move on to something else. X-Wing would be cool. X-Wing's another game that could really be its own stream. So this was a game that was giving me some problems with the capture card, but I think it'll be all right. So this is another game. I played this one back when it came out. We had because I think the first. Oh yeah, this is the shareware version. I think just these 4 tables, or maybe the shareware version was only 1 table. But this one, Pot of Gold, was always my favorite. You see, I still got my my scores up there. Just because I guess I don't know, I like the music in this one. These tables are all pretty simple. So this really, it's not the world's best pinball game, but if you were playing this back in like 1992 or something, it definitely seemed pretty cool. And you can kind of see that part of the game is partially off the screen there, so you can kind of see where there's a little bit of a graphical problem with this game, but certainly doesn't make it unplayable. So let's just check it out real quick. You think that the shareware version was just the Android table? You might be right. I mean, because I think they had a couple of different table packs that they released. So, because I know there's more than just the 4 tables that I have on here, but this was what I had back then, was just these 4 tables, and I don't think I even found out that there were more tables until later. So. It's funny, there's like a slight... So I'm playing this game just in the capture window. Well, I'm playing all these games in the capture window. And it's funny, like, I didn't notice it at all with Doom, but I can see it here that there's like a slight input delay. But I mean, like, maybe 50 milliseconds or something. So not enough to really be that big of a deal. But I actually bought a VGA splitter. Just so that, much like I do when we're playing console games, I can have the signal coming out of the computer go to both the VGA monitor and into the capture card. But, oh, damn it. But, obviously, I don't have that set up today. And somebody says when I booted the game, it said that it wasn't the shareware version. All right, well, never mind. But, yeah, I think that this slight input delay is kind of causing problems for me here. Oh, it seems like that audio might be too loud, so I apologize for that. Like I said, it's going to vary by the game. I still have... this is my last ball. Turn down that audio a little bit. So I have my mouse is like way over there because that... Like I said, there's no room on the desk. Yeah, that's true. I don't really know what's up with the angel. I mean, I don't know. Is that Jesus though? He doesn't seem to have a beard. Oh yeah, I think that. I'm sure that must be what that is. That must be St. Patrick. That's how you can tell. St. Patrick is clean shaven. And damn it, and Jesus has a beard. Everybody knows that. All right, that's game over. So here now, I think it's going to glitch. Yeah, see, so now the graphics are all glitched. So I don't know what will happen. See if they're okay in DOS. Okay, yeah, the graphics are fine in DOS. So yeah, all right. DI/W. What else we got here? What's BR Matrix? I don't even know what that is. Hey, damn it. I'm trying to tell just like by the... Oh, you know what this is? This is a different SSI Gold Box game. On the computer, there was more than one Buck Rogers game. I have Countdown to Doomsday on here, and then this is a different one. and I think I've mentioned it before, but this is one of those times where the game is better on a console than on a computer, because the SSI Gold Box games are more like from the late 80s or really early 90s. So like they only have support, at least all the games I've played, they all only have support for the PC speaker. So they don't really sound that good because that's just a one-channel speaker. I have Oregon Trail on here, really? Do I? I don't even know what the... Oh yeah. Well. All right. Well, sorry, but that's two votes for Oregon. I just want to see what it looks like, because I'm used to playing Oregon Trail on the Apple II. Well, it looks like the exact same. Don't worry, we're not going to play the entire Oregon Trail, so don't sweat it. Let's see. Who's in here? We got Josh, we got Rory, we got Tahid, and who asked for this game? JL Draw, you can be number 5. April. My equipment. Yeah. All right. This looks like, I'm kind of disappointed that this looks exactly like the Apple II version. Some oxen. Take like 4 of those. Some food. 200. So we'll take 1,200 pounds of food and some clothing. Well, we don't need a lot of clothing, I think. We'll just take that. I still got $400. All right. Ammo. Each box costs... You don't need that much ammo. So, and then spare parts. How many wagon wheels? What do you think? 2 of each? We're not going to play through the whole game, so I mean, what's the difference? All right, I think we're done. Yeah, all right. That comes to a total of $566. Oh, I spent too much money. What can we... Like... Oh, you know why? You're supposed to be the freaking accountant or whatever, the businessman. He has the most money. What are we going to give back? Well, we can go with just 3. Some people are just going to have to go hungry, I think. We'll take only 800 pounds of food. Clothing. Everybody gets 1 set of clothes. So, don't make a mess. Oh, there we go. We're $4 under. Cool. So we have $4 in our pockets. Oh, can you hear that? Because the game is much too fast. So, I don't know. That kind of... If we're not going to get to hear all the sounds, that kind of kills it, doesn't it? Well, we'll go a little bit here. I guess I had to run Moslow. This doesn't have a turbo button. But... What's up, Primetime Penny Sleeve? Let's get out of here before we all die. Wrong trail, lose 5 days, really? Ox wanders off. Look at how fast it's going. Would you like to look around? Sure. Yeah, if you're on speed, that probably sounds just about right. My overpowered machine is the turbo button. That's pretty much true. All right, we have to cross the river. What are we going to do? Ford the river. It's 5.7 feet deep. That doesn't seem very deep. So I say we have $4, so the ferry's out of the question. Let's ford the river here. River's too deep to ford. You lose 3 sets of clothing. That's bad. That means 3 of you are naked. I'm not naked. We lost a bunch of shit, so pardon me. Broken wagon wheel, try to repair it. Yeah, great. All right. Yeah, Moslow. You know Moslow, the game. There's a program you can run on computers like this called Moslow that will have it run at a slower speed. Here's the big blue river crossing. You want to look around? Sure. All right. Then I have to cross this one. 4.9 feet. So can we at least ford? No, we cannot. What? Now we're down to our last set of clothing. Oh, no! JL Draw and Josh both drowned. Sorry, guys. I think I've about had it with this game. I need a swear jar. Yeah, since you don't have a spare axle, you must trade for one. Who am I going to trade for one? Oh, whoops. That's F1. Attempt to trade. 279 bullets? I have 4, dude. She will trade you 1 wagon axle. I don't have a... Do I have a wagon axle? I don't have one. I don't know. All right. I don't know. We're done. It's been real, but that was enough of that. All right. Let's play some stunts. Damn it. I don't know if anybody here has played Stunts. Uh-oh. Restart the computer. I know for sure Stunts works. Because I was testing it right before I started the stream. So I think we just need to clean out the RAM and launch it again. What's going on here? Why did schools even like this game? I don't know, really. It's pretty grim, actually. But whatever. All right. And okay, now we're ready. CD games, CD Stunts. Stunts K. Ooh, baby. I love the music in this game. So I actually have this game complete in the box too. I got really lucky and I found a complete in the box. Not complete in the box. Brand new in the box, like still sealed copy on eBay. I don't know, 8 or 10 years ago. And I thought Stunts was a popular game. Like I got the game for cheap and nobody else wanted it. And then, you know, of course, as soon as I got it, I opened that sucker up. So. Is he on there? No. All right. Let's see if driving input device joystick. And then you guys remember this? You have to calibrate the joystick. Okay. Of course, we want to leave everything on. What are our options here? Yeah, full. All right, done. And then you can go here and we can pick what car we want. Primetime Penny Sleeve, thank you very much. Well, thank you both. Thank you for the donation, and thank you for what you said there. I'm very happy to have my Twitter handle back. Does 6.22 not have tab autocomplete? It does. I just wasn't using it, I guess. And, yeah. Anyway, so let's check out. We gotta pick our car. So I used to usually. There's a Lamborghini Countach. You know what's funny? I was leaving work today, and there was a Lamborghini parked on campus, And I figured it was going to be some rich student, but there was some old guy in it. But that's the first time I've ever seen a Lamborghini on campus. Ooh, Ferrari GTO. Doesn't really look that much like a GTO. Jaguar, that. Obviously, we're not going to drive that. I can already see I'm going to have to adjust the video again a little bit because now it looks a little bit blown out. Ooh, Porsche 962. I just got I got a Hot Wheel Porsche 962 just last night. So, well, we're going to have to do that one, but obviously it needs to be red. So there we go. And, oh, you can pick what track. So let's go with the default track, and then we're going to go through, some of the tracks later. I still have tracks on here that I made when I was a kid. Tahid says, I just realized that Daddy DeForte's not here yet. Yeah, man, he's missing the DOS stream. And I see QE says, I've never seen Stunts. So the cool thing about Stunts, I mean, it's cool because you can drive a car, and it's very simple, similar to playing hard driving or race driving in the arcade. But the really cool thing, the reason I loved this game so much when I was a kid, is that you can make your own tracks with the track editor, and then you can save the tracks to your hard drive or floppy drive. So anyway, oh, and then so this version is cracked. I used a program called Neverlock. I don't know if everybody remembers Neverlock. It was this game cracking software that you could buy, although ironically we all pirated it. And it had a bunch. It had the settings already built into it, so that you could crack tons of games, and so I used it a lot. And so this one's cracked, so it still asks you this question: please enter the word in the manual, blah blah blah. And so you can just type in anything. This stuff is, and then it just accepts it. And so, well, actually the video looks fine, so I'm not going to screw with it. Fasten your seatbelt. And then the only thing about using the controller with this is that you don't seem to have the option of making it so that you use the buttons for gas and brake. So like you have to just push forward for gas and push backward for brake, which, I mean, to be honest, really isn't that big of a deal. Oh man, we're gonna die right here. Watch. Yep. Alright, so we're dead, and then if you want, wrong mouse, you can hit View Replay, and it actually saves your lap. So you can go back to the beginning, and you can actually watch your whole replay if that's something that you care about, which, I don't know, I just thought that was kind of cool. So let's try this one more time. Is there a steering wheel for this game? I don't think so. I mean, they made steering wheels and whatnot back in the DOS days. I mean, you can even get like a flight yoke and a pedal set. In fact, I used to have one for playing Flight Simulator and stuff. Not when I was a kid, but I mean, I found one like at a thrift store. Ooh, look at that! And I kept it for a while, but those things just take up so much freaking space. And I mean, just to tell you like how not in demand something like that is, I went to the thrift store yesterday, and I saw they have like this plastic bin with like a flight, yoke, and the pedals, and like a bunch of boxed Flight Simulator games for Windows, not like from back in the DOS days. Whoa, overshot that one. And it's been in there for like at least a month, because like the market for something like that is so small. And even when I had mine, I had a CH Products flight setup too, which is a brand that I like. and I think I set it up and used it once, and then put it away just because it was taking up too much space on my desk. All right, so there you go. You just completed a lap, and then you can put in your name here. So we'll put in CGQ Live, and it saves it, and it saves what car you were driving when you did it. So now we can go back to the main menu if we want, and let's see if we go here to track. So this is track equals default. So this is just the track that comes with the game when you buy it. And I don't really know how many of the other tracks, if any, come with the game. Some of these tracks are tracks that I made. Some of these tracks are tracks that Stuart made. Some of these tracks came with the game when we got it because we got a pirated copy. And I think I've downloaded, subsequent to back in the day, I think I've downloaded copies of this game off the internet that also came bundled with tracks, and I think I just kind of put them all together. So, I mean, I don't remember, like, even what tracks in here are good, but what's neat about it is that you can just load up a track and then look at it here, so you don't actually have to go drive it just to see what it is. So yeah. Oh, and then I like Anne Berlin a lot. Says, did this game actually use real names of cars? Yeah, we're driving the Porsche 962 right now. So yes. So we can check out. So now we have this track loaded. So now we can go ahead and drive this track as well. And after we do this, I'll just show you just real quick what the track editor looks like, just because it's pretty cool. Hey Adam, what's up? And look. Sorry, I just even noticed this. Look at the very top of the screen. You can even see it's cut off. It says Porsche backwards because that would have been along the windshield in the car. That's pretty cool. So I mean, I don't know how good this game. This game probably doesn't look all that great compared to anything that's much newer. But I went the wrong way. But compared to playing something like Hard Driving on the Sega Genesis, this game's way better. And I really don't think this game's bad at all, actually. As far as the way, obviously you can't, because you're just watching me play it. So you can't get a feel for how well it controls, but it actually controls pretty well. And this game was also released in Europe, and I think there it was called Fishtailed. I think there it was called Stunt Driver. Stunt Driving. No. It was called 4D Driving. That's right. In Europe, it was 4D Driving. I don't know why they called it that there. That's just what they called it. So you got a loop-to-loop here. Ooh, overshot it again. You have to slow down in the corners a lot more than you think you do. And I don't know when I made this track because it's got my name on it. But, I didn't put dates on them, so I don't know. I might have made this track when I was a teenager, or I might have made it when I built this computer, like the iteration it's currently in. Like I said, it was probably about 10 years ago. I went through like a phase where I got really back into DOS gaming just because of that. And I even had 2 desks set up in my room, if you want to call it. I've always had my own room in our house, just because I have so much gaming crap. And I had 2 desks set up in there, just so that I could have one desk with my, modern computer, and then a separate desk just for, are we going to make it? Just for playing DOS games. How long is this track, man? Uh-oh, now we're on mud. See, this is mud. So now it's much slipperier. I think you can also add ice too. I don't know. We'll see when we take a quick look at the track editor. And I was thinking, one thing I'd like to start doing maybe on this channel is like computer overview videos, just because that's something that I enjoy watching when other people do it. And so I was thinking I might start doing that by showing off the Tandy 1000, and then I'd also like to kind of show Overdead. Oh my gosh, how did we survive that? And I'd also like to show this computer, and then just right here by my feet down here, I've got my Amiga 500 and a Commodore 64, an Apple IIc and an Apple II GS. And I'd like to just kind of show, just kind of show the computers and talk about them and their history a little bit and their specs, and like, just what I like about each computer and like why I have it. I'm actually at least as interested in like retro computing, if you want to call it that, as I am in retro gaming. But oh man, I was having a good run there too. It takes a lot of room to have computers set up, because like they all need their own monitor usually. Like this computer takes a VGA monitor, but then like the Tandy 1000 takes a CGA monitor, which, by the way, the monitor that you see in the overlay is basically the same monitor. It looks the exact same. This is a Tandy CM8, and that's a Tandy CM11, which is better. That's like the top of the line CGA monitor that Radio Shack made. Clay says, "Do you like watching 8-Bit Guy?" Yeah, he's pretty cool. I've actually been on his show a couple of times, which was also cool. But yeah, he's pretty cool. While we're talking about Golden Axe, I just saw Tahid says, "I think Chris has his own Golden Axe arcade PCB." That's true, yes, but I don't know what you're saying that... Oh yeah, Adam was asking, was I ever really into arcades? Yeah, I was. It was always something different to do, and I talked about that in the early episodes of Flashback. But once I got a home console, I would say arcades took kind of a back burner. And once I got a computer, I became like primarily a computer gamer for several years. Pelican Trapper TV. I rock. Well, thank you. Do streams happen every Tuesday? Yes, with very rare exception. Sometimes they get rescheduled, but usually I do them. And then John says, "I'm normally live on gameplay and talk streams, and fit this subject understand to rate this stream live." I hope I'm not competing with Austin as far as live streaming. I've known Austin for a long time, just sort of online, and I like that guy a lot. And his live streams are great. His skill at playing video games far surpasses my own. All right, so let's check out the track editor real quick. Sorry, it goes into a teaser mode if you. All right, here we go. So you can go to New Track or Edit Tracks, and yeah. So here we go. Can you use the mouse? Oh yeah. So you can use the mouse. I guess that looks kind of awkward. Kind of just use it left-handed. So you see over here you have all of your things that you can put down, and there's more pages. Yeah. See, the white is ice. The brown is like a dirt track, and then that's just obviously tarmac. And then you can go over here, and so here you have there's a loop, and And there's a loop that's more of a corkscrew, and that's like that little tube you can go through, and etc., etc. And then if you want to put the loop facing the other way, there's a different icon for that, because there's no way in here for you to just rotate things. And what else we got in here? So those are banked pieces of banked track, and I mean it's pretty self-explanatory what all this stuff is, I suppose. Those are raised sections. Raised sections are cool because when you put those in, they have walls on both sides. So you have to be really careful when you drive through those, because you don't have the option of just running off the track. And then these are all just like decorative things, like different buildings like that. That's just like a normal, 5-story building. There's a barn that looks like a house. There's a windmill for whatever reason. And then that looks like a service station and like a store. And then there's some foliage type stuff that you can put in. So, all right, Rory's taken off. Thanks for stopping by, Rory. And if you're still here, I did get your package, and thank you. And I'm of course going to show it the next time I do a pickups video, which should be pretty soon. So, but thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next week. So anyway, that's what the edit mode looks like. Like I said, we're not going to really do anything, but it's like, and you can see how, you got quite a bit of space. You can make a really big track, and so I used to spend a lot of time going through here and making stuff. And because as soon as you make it, you can just save it, and then you pop out and you can go play it. What is Horizon? Oh, you can set what the horizon looks like. That's pretty cool. Anyway, Adam's gonna go watch the new CGQ episode. You mean the flashback episode, or anyway, it doesn't matter. Well, anyway, enjoy that, whatever you're gonna go watch. So that's the track editor, and I don't know. I mean, that's Stunts. I don't know if we need to watch any more. If we need to watch any more Stunts, quite frankly. How do I exit out of this? I don't remember. Oh yeah, there we go. Exit to DOS. Yes. Okay. So what do we want to play next? How many people are even here? 111? That's not bad. Oh, the Boo Bird hasn't shown up. There we go. All right. What else did I miss anything else in the chat here? No. Nothing for me. Yeah, Stunts was kind of DOS's answer to hard driving, but I think it was kind of better. So, yeah, we can check out X-Wing. I don't really remember all of the there's all these keystrokes and stuff, but let's just try checking it out just to see how it looks. To play, if we're going to play X-Wing, I'm going to reset the computer real quick just to clear out the RAM. And, oh man, yeah, we have Syndicate. I'd love to play some Syndicate. What time is it? 7:10? I don't know. Let's try a little bit of both. So either way, I need to go ahead and no. Let's do both. Let's X-Wing and Syndicate, and then maybe that'll just be it. And then maybe we'll do one more non-gaming thing or something, like watch a demo, or I can show you some of the Gravis ultrasound stuff. I don't see ZZT. I don't know what that is. Has anybody heard of a game called Dream Web? I have not. Mike the Red says, you think you remember the keystrokes? Well, like the main ones, whenever I played X-Wing, I'd make sure to transfer power to shields, and then, remember how to move your shields forward or aft. I don't remember how to do that. But anyway, okay. So for X-Wing, again, I have the Gravis ultrasound card in the system, and what that means is that we get to play X-Wing with Sound Blaster digital sound effects and general MIDI music. So, I mean, that's going to be pretty awesome. So, to do that, we have to turn SBOS off, and then we use something called Mega M. And you can see here, you can choose Roland emulation type. We're going to do Roland Sound Canvas, and then Sound Blaster emulation is also on. So we just do that. And John says, I was experimenting with emulation via DOSBox, complete with its own ultrasound directory. Yeah, it's really cool that that DOSBox has ultrasound support, just because it's sort of an esoteric sound card, unless you're somebody who is into like the whole modding scene. So here's my only thing. We can play X-Wing, but we're watching the entire intro, which really isn't very long. And I'm going to make sure that the sound is turned up nice and high.
Sir, our TIE interceptors have located a rebel fleet orbiting the planet Turkana.
Excellent. Prepare the attack. Move our Star Destroyers within range and launch all TIE Fighter squadrons.
At once, sir.
Under attack by Imperial Star Destroyers. Begin evasive maneuvers. Launch the X-Wing fighters.
Got him!
I'm on him. Nice shot, Red 2.
All right, so I mean, tell me that's not the coolest thing you've ever seen. Well, maybe not the coolest thing you've ever seen, but it's pretty cool. So thanks for putting up with watching the entire thing. And then now we have to calibrate our joystick. Top left, bottom right, center. Cool.
Welcome to the Black.
And then we can actually go ahead and just use the joystick to move the cursor around instead of having to use the mouse, which is kind of nice. Yeah, anyway, I saw somebody was asking about, the floppy CD thing. So I actually have both versions of the game installed on the computer, the floppy version and the CD version. Off the top of my head, I don't remember what was better about the CD version. Probably had better audio or something, I don't know. But the floppy version is what I had back in the day. So that's what I play. So I still have my old save file from back in the day. That's Hot Damn, which again, I'll explain Hot Damn, but not today. Down here, Stuart. That's Stuart's old save file if he ever wants to come over and play it again. I don't remember who the man is or Top Aces. Everett was one of my roommates in college, so I guess we must have played that together, or he must have played it. And then Fabian is another one of my friends. So we're going to go with Hot Damn because that's my jam right there. And then although we can't undo it, huh? If you don't register and you move the cursor over there, this guy points his gun at you and he goes, "You must register." But there's no way to undo it now, so it really doesn't matter anyway. Stuart doesn't really live anywhere near me, so I can't really invite him over. Hey, Ice-T. Well, thanks for at least stopping by and saying hi. I really appreciate that. These colors are a little bit blown out, so let me just fix this again real quick.
Boarding gate 2.
I think that's better.
Boarding gate 1.
Sorry, I'm a picky guy. What can I tell you? Well, now that's too dark, huh? Well, we'll see. Okay, so at least from here, what can you do? I forgot what these little doors are. What's in the tech room? I think here it will just show you cool stuff about... But, I mean, this is just a cool little extra, like... They didn't really have to do that, but it sure looks neat. Sorry, I'm still futzing with the video. And then you can cycle through some of the other stuff. Like there's the Y-wing, which I always hated playing with the Y-wing in this game. It was like driving a delivery truck. So not a fan of that one. The A-wing is very cool though. That one's so the A-wing was like very speedy, which was cool. But I remember it being the weakest as far as defenses go. And there's the B-wing. So the original game, you had the X-wing, the Y-wing, and the A-wing, and then they released an expansion pack that gave you the B-wing, and then it had a whole new set of missions for that. And then you can even check out these other things. I don't remember if I think the expansion pack still let you... well, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't think you had to launch like a separate app or a separate program for that. And then from here, you can go back out to the lobby, or you can just go straight into the film room. And I forgot what the film room is. I guess maybe you can save. Yeah, it looks like you can save some of your mission videos, which, I mean, nobody wants to watch that. So we're not going to check that out. So then from here, we can go back out to, oh my goodness, we can go out to the lobby. And then that was just the film room over there. So over here is the pilot proving ground. So when you first start the game, and TIE Fighter did the same thing. when you first started the game, you had to go into the proving ground and like pass a bunch of tests. It's kind of like Gran Turismo. You have to get your license. And then here is historical combat, where I used to probably spend most of my time actually. And then over here is where you do your tours of duty. So that's more of like the story mode. Historical combat really is like a training mode, where you just basically go through what they consider these historic missions. So we can go in there. So this first one's boring because you don't actually fight anybody. I think, yeah, you fight unarmed TIE fighters that are just floating in space. I see smoke monsters here. What's up, man? So that one's not fun because there's no actual combat. But if we go to 2, you'll engage Imperial forces for the first time. Blah, 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 blah. Wingman. Yeah, so anyway, let's do that one. And then I don't know, I always thought this screen was pretty cool. They give you like your little mission briefing or whatever. So you're supposed to, I guess, let the other guy do all the work, and you're just supposed to kind of, you know, watch his back. But I don't think I ever actually did that. So so we're gonna go ahead and do it. But like I said, I don't remember what any of the keyboard. So with this game, like, you know, you could use a joystick to play the game, but it had like a lot of controls, like for setting, like, you know, things like your throttle, and, you know, do you want to divert your energy to shields or to the weapons, moving your shields front and back, or balancing them. And I have this game, I have a boxed copy of this game, which means it came with like a card, so that, you know, you could know what everything is. But so that's your weapons there. Didn't the F buttons do some stuff? That's view. I don't know what the heck that does. So, I don't know. Somebody said they thought they remembered the keystrokes, so so lay it on me. I don't know. Why are we talking? Oh yeah, where's which one? Oh, there's radar. But that's that radar. How do you? This one? Ah, yeah. All right. So you can go here. We can find this idiot. So you see, you got your little radar screen there that you can use to keep track of your guy. Like, but you could even see, like, I'm going a little bit too fast, but I don't remember how to slow down. Wait, is it this one? Let's try that. There we go, we got him. All right, and then you... but then there was one of the buttons for... do we want targeting mode? Is it this one? No. This one? There we go. Like, there was a button you could push to automatically select the closest enemy. Oh, no, he's still there. So you can barely see him blinking red there. But I mean, you could burn so much time playing this game. And you know, everybody says that TIE Fighter is the better game, and I mean that makes sense because it came out later, so it's probably more, you know, technically advanced and whatnot. But I mean, I never got to play TIE Fighter back in the day, just because. So you can use plus and minus to, like, fine-tune your speed so that you can get right behind somebody. And anyway, I never played that one back in the day. I just played this one, but I used to really play the crap out of it. So the only thing I would say I don't really care for is that the joystick is very sensitive. So I used to actually play this game by, I already forgot which button. There it is. I used to actually play this game with the joystick and also with the mouse. So, like, if I had to, you know, if I was trying to aim at something that was kind of far away or what have you, I could reach over and grab the mouse. Where'd you go? But like my shields are all screwed up right now because... There we go. But then how do you... I don't remember. Oh, what did I just do? I don't know. Is that like... I don't know. I paused the game somehow for a second, which we definitely don't want to do. X to link laser fire. Thank you. See, I like that. And then you shoot 4 at the same time. I thought there was music. Did I accidentally turn it off or something? Or is it just so quiet that I can't hear it? Got him once. Oh boy. I hit M and that was not a good idea. Oh, M is for map, so we don't want that. I hit escape. I mean, that was a bad idea. I don't know. It says music is on. I don't know. No! I hit H, and that sends you into hyperspace, which obviously we don't want, because we haven't finished our mission yet. So that's like aborting the mission. And then, I don't know if you heard, somehow the music came back, so I don't really know. Oh, well, he's leaving, so I guess we're done. We're not done. I'm still being shot. Oh, wait, doesn't, I think a Star Destroyer or something shows up. Oh man, I don't have any power left, so let's get out of here. So I'm going to scroll up now. QE says, did you like The Last Jedi? Well, don't hate me, but I didn't see it. Sorry, I'm just scrolling up here real quick. The mission was a failure. Well, see, that's what I thought. There was still a guy left, but then the other guy, the wingman took off. What's up with that? This is better than the State of the Union. Well, I wouldn't know. I'm not going to be watching that. I'm going to the coffee shop. Anybody want something? Yeah, I would love a coffee. Increase power to lasers with F9. Increase power to shields with F10. Okay, good. We're gonna need that here in a minute. So I'm gonna play that mission one more time. So wait, this game came out on the 32X. Was it just like this game? If so, I'd kind of like to check it out. Alright, so what we got here? Laser. Yeah, we need lasers charging at an increased rate for sure. Hey, you get out of here, pal. What's the... It's Y? There we go. I don't want you. There he is. Let's get our cannons linked up. See, now we're getting the hang of it. I hit him once. See, then you see it even says on the little screen down there that he has hull damage. So that's pretty cool. There we go. He's gone. R. R automatically picks the closest fighter. So that's what we want. Him. So we also have proton torpedoes, but you can't really kill TIE fighters with proton torpedoes just because they can kind of outmaneuver them. Come here, you. Take your medicine. See, we're going... Things are going much better this time. Got him. And then you heard maybe you heard R2 make a little noise there. And that's because now the mission is complete. So now we can jump into hyperspace. And we're not failures. And hey, Raj, thank you very much for the contribution. Appreciate that. What do we got here? John says, not quite. The 32X version was developed by Sega to bring the arcade. That's what I thought. That was Star Wars Arcade. So not, I think, really comparable. Yako says, I say yes to a 32X stream. Yeah, I would totally do that. In fact, actually, now is as good a time as any to mention that, you know, I mentioned in a previous stream, or I've probably mentioned a couple of times, that I sent my Sega CD and Genesis into Mobius Strip Technologies to get them both serviced. And they said it was going to be a 2-week turnaround time. And today is 2 weeks since he received it. And today he put it back in the mail coming back to me. So, so yeah. And he already sent me pictures, like before and after pictures of the boards as I asked for it. Just so I'd have something to show on, you know, if I do a video just talking about what he did. But anyway, it's on its way back, and so the plan is to do a Sega CD live stream next week. And so I don't know if I want to do Sega twice in a row, so I don't know if I would want to do a 32X stream right after that. Somebody on Twitter asked me, I kind of forgot about doing the live stream with that Famicom Mini that somebody sent, so we might check that out too in a future stream. And then John asked, so what was this, a recap of the Genesis and Sega CD? Yeah, so he did a recap of both systems, and then for the Sega CD he replaced the belt in the drive, he replaced one of the gears in the drive, he realigned the laser and like aligned the eject mechanism. He basically does, it's like a complete, you know, preventative maintenance service, or whatever you want to call it, for the Sega CD. So it's not cheap, but it basically gets your system back to like it was brand new again. So for me, it was worth it. So Yako says, does he do Model 1 Sega CD systems? Yeah, that's what I sent in, as a Model 1. It's probably a little bit cheaper if it's a Model 2, because then he doesn't have to deal with the eject mechanism. Anyway. So I'm kind of having fun playing this game, so I'd like to go ahead and play another mission, if you guys don't mind. But yeah, we just got to kind of maybe figure out what games we want to check out for a 32X stream. Because of course for that I have an EverDrive, so we can play anything. For let's play an A-Wing mission. For the Sega CD, we're limited by what games I have. You'll learn to employ concussion missiles. I don't want to do that. Escort Y-Wings. I don't know what else you got. I don't remember what that is. Does this? Yeah, I have the B-Wing mission. We're not going to mess around with the B-Wing missions. What does 2 or 4 mean? I don't remember those being in here. Dave says the EverDrive's finicky with the 32X. I mean, I haven't had a problem, but I'm not sure if I've ever done what you're saying. I don't know if I've ever had the entire thing set up. Ooh, I hate that level. Beat the odds, Rebel Starfarmers. Alright, yeah, this one sounds good. If you have the top Ace 5 pilot, he has all the tour missions. I don't know if I do or not, to be honest with you. All right, you see those other guys are flying ahead of me just because I'm messing around with this stuff. I'm just trying to get my shields fully charged up, but because of that, I'm a little bit slow. There we go. That's probably good enough, really. But I mean, like, you could transfer power from you know, shields to lasers or lasers to shields, but I just don't remember how. Transfer laser power to shields with the quotation mark? Oh yeah, there you go. See, so now we can set shields at normal rate, lasers, those 2 lasers at maximum rate for now. Oh man, I thought I had them there. There we go. Oh. I just say toggle with the F keys. Yeah, it might be the case that you can toggle with the F keys. Oh, what time is it now? It's 7:42. All right, so we're gonna stop playing X-Wing now because I really want to play some Syndicate before the stream is over. So how am I gonna do that? Because I need the mouse. Gonna have to just make room, I guess. So if we move this, just bear with me for a second here. Move that over there. Can move this a little bit. Yeah, we'll be all right here. Give me the freaking. Raj says, you know what I don't get? There's no center to the universe, but there are centers to galaxy, solar systems, and planets. Well, isn't there a center to the universe? I mean, wasn't it Einstein that said the universe is still expanding? And if that's the case, then it has to have a center. But I am not a physicist. Okay. So now we're going to exit to DOS. By the way, got my Logitech 3 button here. Okay, we have to... Shoot, I don't know how to turn off Mega M. Oh, here we go. Uninstall Mega M. We shouldn't need anything installed because... Syndicate Synd. star.exe. I believe Syndicate has native... ultrasound support, but I'm not positive. Yeah, cutting off the beginning of text lines, yeah. I don't really care as long as the graphics look good in the game, but we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna run it, but if there's no sound, I'm gonna exit out. I don't remember. I don't remember if this is gonna work or not. No, it didn't work. I must not have this patched. I think you had to install a patch in order to get...
SBOS installed.
Okay. It sounds like crap. Is that the only copy of Syndicate I have? Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure. Maybe I should try it. I'm going to restart real quick. Because it should not sound that bad. It should sound good. Only thing I can think is maybe I don't have the right version of the game installed or something. Move that a little bit closer, I guess. And yeah, someone just mentioned GOG. I actually have Syndicate on Good Old Games, and so we could also just play it that way. It's bizarre to me that there's not a wait, what's S main? Let me see what that does. Smain. No, it still sounds like crap. I mean, I'm not going to want to play this game if I can't get it. Oh, that's in Spanish. Well, we don't want that. Let me see here. D/W. What's in data? Oh my god. Yeah, alright. So I don't, sorry, I don't want to play Syndicate then. We'll play it on another stream. But part of what's awesome about Syndicate is the sound. So I just could. Where did it go? Never lock on. Exact. What's not on there? ST back is more Stunts. I'm very disappointed though, because I really was looking forward to playing Syndicate, but I can just get it set up for next time, I guess. But I don't know. I'm a little bit confused, just because I thought I had a working copy of Syndicate on here. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not that it doesn't work, but it's not going to sound right. Well, nothing I can do about it right now. So, let's see. We got about 15 minutes left. So, so what else can we check out? Any other Bullfrog games? I don't think so. What else we got here? Blackthorn, Duke Nukem, Dune 2. That's a good game. What's in Epic? Unless that's another copy of Epic Pinball, which it might be. And yeah, it is. How many copies of Epic Pinball do I have? I don't even see what that is, really. Oh, Smoke Monster, this is not the Tandy. This is a different computer. This is my main DOS computer. I haven't really talked about the Tandy yet. It's gonna be its own video that I'm gonna make for this channel. Scorched Earth. We could play Scorched Earth, but I have to use Moslow to do that. Do I have that on here? Moslow. Yeah. What do we think here? Like Moslow /10? Well, what's it? Oh, sorry. All right, now I remember how to play it. So let's go to CD, game, CD, Scorch, Moslow /10, Scorch dot, what is it, EXE? That might still end up being too fast. I'm not sure. What happens if I go in here? Well, you can change the graphics mode. Look at that. 640 by 480 would probably make the capture card happier. More small memory, pointer mouse rate I'm okay with. Yeah, that's fine. And then yeah, that's okay too. And then I think this is blown out again. Okay. So we'll see. This may still be way too fast. Or it may be way too slow. So I'm setting, that's the player, and then obviously these are all going to be computer controlled. Cool thing about this game is you could play it multiplayer with a lot of players. You just switch off whoever has the mouse. Yeah, see, it just doesn't run great on a computer this fast. Like, it's like in some ways it's too fast, and in some ways it's too slow. Oh, I shot him. See, like, that's running way slow. It's just, I don't know, it's a real shame with Scorch, that it just doesn't, and I don't even know how to quit. Alright. You gotta go. So anyway, sorry about that. That's another game. I got Scorch working pretty well in DOSBox. I was able to kind of find some settings that work pretty well. Unfortunately, something like Moslow is just not really up to the task. Someone should remake this game. I wish somebody would remake the game, but exactly. Just make a modern version of the exact same game. Alright, so where were we looking here? What's F? Oh, Flight Simulator 5. Hoyle. Didn't somebody ask me to play Hoyle? I'm not going to do that. But, Commander Keen games, King's Quest, Leisure Suit, Lynx, Monkey Island 2, Joe Montana football, man. Never, all time, Oregon Trail, Pinball, Police Quest, Pool, Populous, Prince of Persia. I think Psycho is Psycho Pinball. Wonder if the Red Baron will run. Rogers. SC, I guess that's SimCity. Oh no, that's Star Control. Star Control 1? I guess so. But where's... Why is this dot back? Is Dune 2 any good? No, Dune 2 is great. In fact, you want to see it? I'll show it to you real quick, because I don't know what I'm going to play here. So, Dune 2 is one of the original real-time strategy games. Yeah, BAK is backup. I just don't understand why it's in a backup. Hopefully this one has sound. I'm not hearing any sound. Where's the sound, bro? Was there like a settings? Setup. Oh. Hold on. Play sound from a sound canvas. Do you want to use extended memory? Well, yeah. The extended memory is not available. Want to use a mouse? Yeah. But no, I don't want sound effects to come from the sound canvas. No, I don't want to save it. Setup questions. Play sound from... Was there an option for both? Oh, I see. I don't think you can have both. Well, let's go with Sound Blaster then. This game needs extended memory to play digitized samples. I wonder if I have a separate config.sys for this or something. Yeah, whatever. Let me look real fast. Well, I mean, I have all these other config, but I don't know if they're... I don't know what they do. Flashback? Well, I played Flashback on, like, the Genesis, so, I don't think I have it on here, though, right? Or do I? Oh, no, I don't. I was thinking of Another World. Yeah, I played I rented that one on the Genesis back in the day. I wanted to see about Star Control, too. This one has copy protection, though, that I don't have the map in front of me, so... The Incredible Machine. What's WC? Winter something? Winter Challenge, maybe? That sounds like that's not going to be exciting. Anybody got anything going on in the chat here? Sorry, the stream's kind of fizzling out, I guess, just because I don't really know what else to... Wish we could play Syndicate, man. I'm still not over that. What's something else we could... I don't know. I'm not that big of a fan of Prince of Persia, to be honest. I need to load some more games on here. See, with this, I have to burn games to a CD... and then put the CD in the drive here, which is kind of a pain in the butt. It's not that big of a deal, but I kind of want to get one of those IDE to compact flash adapters. That would be pretty cool. What is SOD? Oh, SOD. Yeah, where is that? CD, SOD. SOD is Spear of Destiny, buddy. Well, same to you. Oh, there it is. Spear K. Good old Neverlock. Please start your game just like usual. Well, that's what I was trying to do. Oh, there it is. Sorry. How many eyelets are on BJ's boots? 11. I was trying to be a smart ass. Hey, it worked. Oh, Smoke Monster. Yeah, Thexter. Yeah, I used to play a little bit of Thexter back in the day, just because my best friend Stuart had Thexter, right? Because his dad worked at Sierra. Let's work with the... Oh, yeah. Let's see. We already got... that's all rolling for us. And, I mean, what else is there to do? Nothing. Yeah, okay, so this was, for anybody that doesn't know for some reason, this was the sequel to the original Wolfenstein. And, Jesus, now this one's too dark. I actually have, I feel like I keep saying that, I have a boxed copy of this game. That's pretty cool. That's too much. There we go. I can live with that. And then, how's the sound? Is that alright? We could turn the sound up a little bit. Okay. Oh, chat room. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. So we got some... I don't know if there's going to be like echo between the capture card and my microphone. So I'm trying to figure out. Oh, does it? I guess it doesn't see this as a. Ooh, don't do that. I'm trying to figure out. There we go. All right. No. Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. Look, now I can strafe. That's important. How do you strafe? Anyway, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about this game, to be honest, just because we're going to talk about Wolfenstein actually on the next episode of Flashback. So I don't mind playing it. Oh, shoot. Where is he? Machine gun guy. So it's funny because he's saying Schutzstaffel, like, you know, German for the, you know, what's the SS. But we didn't know that when we were teenagers, so we thought he was saying Mustafa. So we used to call that guy Mustafa. Oh, that's that Mustafa guy. I only have 17 health left, so it would be really nice to find a plate of food or something. You can see like they've got some cool wall textures in this game that were not in the original. Got any secret areas over here we need to know about? Like these stone walls were not in the first game, so these look pretty cool. Can't really afford to take a hit, so kind of can't go in guns blazing too much. Give me some food, damn it. Let's get out of here. I don't know, man. I'm kind of thinking about In-N-Out Burger for dinner. Because I don't really want to cook because it's 8 o'clock. Oh, right in the head. So yeah, you know, maybe, forgot. How do you switch between weapons? I forgot. I should know that. I thought it was the, oh, it is the number buttons. Alright, I was wrong. Alright, we're good. Just, you know, plates of chicken sitting around, because why wouldn't there be? And see that guy. There's like infinity doors to go through. Oh. Give me that. Alright. That's it. Now we can serve notice. Everybody's gonna die. Treasure. Did I walk past one? Oh, it's a prequel? I didn't know that. Oh my god. Good lord. What door did I just come out of? Oh, okay, that's where I came out of. been in here yet? Ammunition. Yeah, Smoke. Grab his PC gamepad. It's funny, I'm trying to remember where I got this thing. I think I got it at, like, Office Depot. Back in the day. You know, back then you could go to, like, Office Depot and they actually sold video game stuff. Hang out here. No. It's Comida. Okay, we need some keys. Maybe they're in here. Oh man, pork chop sounds good. Anybody ever use that little joystick you could screw into the D-pad? I didn't, and I could be wrong, but I could swear that if I looked around hard enough, that I think I have one here somewhere. Like I said, I have 2 of these. But yeah, that thing was really useless. I don't know. I tried it, but good thing there was a gust patch for this game. There is. I'm just playing it with Sound Blaster emulation on the ultrasound. What I need to do is get the gust patch for Syndicate, which ironically I bet I have on my website. Did anybody ever own DOS Mega Man? You know, there's a store nearby, like a comic book store where I go buy video games sometimes, and he has a DOS copy of Mega Man, complete in the box, behind the counter, and I don't even want to ask how much he wants for it, because I'm sure the answer will just make me angry. Here we go. Food. We got skeletons hanging in cages. That's very grim. Murder that guy real fast. Oh man, would you have surgery? Oh, I shouldn't ask that. That's a personal question. Well, I'm sorry you had surgery. I'm glad that you're ostensibly feeling okay. And you're not the first person to tell me that you binge watched my show while you're recuperating from something, and that really means a lot to me, to be honest. That my show can provide comfort for somebody in a situation like that. So thank you for sharing that with me. Does anybody know where I'm supposed to go here? Because I'm pretty lost. I just went that way. I've been in here. Why do you have 5 copies of Metroid? Well, there you go. I missed some treasure, so it was worth the trip in here. We need some keys, man. Yeah, that's what well, I should check. Maybe they're fake. Yeah, we need keys. Already went in there. I wonder if they're like behind a hidden door. That'd be lame. Oh, this one? Ooh, haven't been in here yet. Did you die already? Went down that way. Been in here. So confusing. Oh, there's two. What was all the way down here? Have I been in here? Ooh, no, it's a very strange way to store your treasure. Ooh, that's the big gun. Oh, yeah. Alright, so now we have the minigun. Which is kind of good and bad. It's way too easy to really blow through all of your ammo. You gotta be really careful. Some more food, which is nice, but what is keys? Back here. This doesn't look familiar. This looks promising. Bloodbath. What's in there? I have to check all of these. That's annoying. Oh gosh. See, it's Mustafa. Come back here.
Mein Leben!
Yeah. Ooh, there we go. One key, and the other key is right there.
Mein Leben!
Mustafa's brother, Mustafa. Alright. So, now we have to figure out how the heck to get all the way back over to where we were. Game not have a map? No. Map. It's like the point of the game. This way. Did you ever watch BitBarn? You ever watch or anybody. Newhart. Remember, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl. That's one of those shows I only used to watch that because my parents would watch it, you know. That was back when there was like family TV time, which I don't know, does that even exist anymore? Dude, I have no idea where I'm going. Either. Oh, this is getting going from bad to worse. Dude, I'm lost. That's where we came in. Some dead dudes. Ah! Eat lead.
Oh!
Both doors go to the same place? That's kind of lame. Oh, hold on. There's another one over here.
Oh,
Oh, gosh. Stop.
mein Leben!
Don't you forget it. Whoa, that was a close one. You always got to be careful. They slip one in on you in the elevator sometimes. All right. Anyway, I think my wife's on her way home now, and I have to pee real bad. So I think we're probably going to sort of end things there. Maybe we can look at one more demo or something on the way out. Dave, that's not going to taste good. Trust me. So I'm going to reset the computer here real quick. And is that going to... Oh, here we may have to stop it. All right. Yeah, so I want to check out one more non-gaming thing. I don't know what yet. Maybe another demo. I don't even know. Maybe a hey, you guys want to listen to a mod file? Those are pretty sweet.
SBOS installed.
We gotta shut off freaking SBOS. Go to CD audio. I think it's in CD mod. And then the program we use is called GusMod. It's crazy that I remember all this stuff. Where's my mod files, bro? Oh, hold on. All right, hold on. They're around here somewhere. MIDI mod wave. Maybe they're in ultrasound. There they are. Slippery piece of people. GusMod. All right. What are we going to listen to? The join button is on the gaming page, not the regular YouTube page, but it's for the main CGQ channel. That is very strange. I don't have a explanation for that. This one's kind of cool, Commander.mod. This is one of the songs. So if you've ever played Star Control 2, a lot of the music is mod music. So like that's some bass. So this is a song straight out of Star Control 2. So awesome. So this is also one from. Let's turn that down. This was also one from Star Control 2, which we got to play Star Control 2. We could do a stream. Star Control 2 is a long game, so we wouldn't even get that far if we did a stream. Although that's a game I wouldn't mind doing over multiple streams. Alright, this one's not so good. Hey, let's do. I don't want to get a copyright strike. That's Enter Sandman by Metallica. Pink Panther. It's Phantasm. Ooh, it's got to build up. That's how you know it's good. John, any reason why my message was getting rejected? I mean, there shouldn't be. You're not like banned or on a timeout or anything. So I don't know. Well, my wife's home. We're all in trouble. Hey, Olga, you hungry? Wanna go in and out? Alright. Oh yeah, I'm still streaming. Oh, but some guy says if we go to In-N-Out, he wants us to mail him a burger overnight. He said he'll pay $100. That's what I told him. Oh, somebody said to say hi to you. She says hi to you. You have the Terminator theme song? I don't know, did I? The name's not going to mean anything to her. I don't know, did I have the Terminator theme song? Nah. This one's pretty good, though. Good night, Ryan. So you can tell it must be good because it's 700K. Kind of boring. Dave, I don't think it was from any game. I think it was just a mod file. I don't know what these level things are. What's intro? Anyway, that was enough of that. I don't know, what else we got? Anything else fun here? We already did that. Ultra mid. Well, that's not what I want, is it? No. Where's /W? We'll play a MIDI file since we're doing that anyway. What are you looking on that drive for? Sorry, it's accessing the CD drive for some reason. Nobody wants to listen to that one. Was pretty cool. So the ultrasound, for anybody who doesn't know, ultrasound uses wavetable synthesis. So it makes it especially good for listening to MIDI files. What's Techno 78? Let's check that out. It's loading the instrument patches. Wow, look at that. It doesn't seem like techno. Graphics are messed up again. It'll be alright. Oh, there we go. It fixed itself. Yellow rose. Is there anything fun in here? Ooh, what's this? I forgot how much RAM I even have on this card, so this is a lot of hard drive reading it's doing. I don't know if you can hear that. Do I have a roll-in? No. That'd be cool. But almost done. What was that all about? Oh, the bag. Where did it go? Bagpipe. So, well, that's all right. Oops. Hide and seek. LGR's MIDI episode. I didn't see it, I guess. I don't know. We got anything else on here that's cool? We should close out the show with another demo, and then that's going to be it. So we're going to have to go to the D drive for that. So now we're on the does that say BBS files? What's in there? More demos. Ooh, what's in games? Wow, that's cool. So these are all, I think, game demos that are have native ultrasound support. Because this is that ultrasound experience CD. Most text update. What's in there? All right. Anyway, you guys don't need to see all that stuff, but so I'm just curious what all this stuff even is. Oh wow, it's a lot of software on there. Okay, so let's go back to demos. W. Oh, sorry, we're still on the BBS files thing. Don't copy that floppy. Oh, hey, Ryan. And good night. Let's see what CD2 is. All right, so I'm going to start this demo, and then when the demo's over, I'm going to cut the stream. So, so thank you very much to all you guys for hanging out tonight, and I look forward to streaming next week when we're going to do the Sega CD. So, so yeah, I don't know what else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm glad to see that overall the hardware cooperated. And with that, I am going to cut my microphone and just start the demo. Unless the demo doesn't work for some reason, but otherwise. The CPU is in virtual 8086 mode. Oh, I see. All right, we can't do that one then, but we can do a different one. See, I'm trying to have a cool exit to the show, and this thing is ruining it. Ooh, female nudity? Sorry. Family friendly, remember? You suggest Unreal 2. Done.
I am not an atomic playboy.
Get down.